What's going on, YouTube and my fellow reefers? Hope everybody's staying safe out there. It's been pretty interesting. You know, on one side of the country we're freezing, and on the other side of the country not so much, pretty much the opposite. I've never seen anything like this, to be honest, and we just got hit with a pretty bad snowstorm, and I've never seen snow fall like this ever. And we're here in Georgia. I mean, I'm sure it's probably happened in the past, but I've been here since 2017 and I've never seen anything like it. So we have Nala over here being nice and vigilant. You're being nice and vigilant, baby girl. So yeah, this is pretty crazy. I've never seen snow like this fall like this and stick to it. Actually, it is the next day. My LPS are doing something really, really weird. Their heads are literally melting off and they're stretching. It's so weird. I had a Chalice here in the on the frag tank do the same thing, and it's a Chalice. For those of you that don't know, a Chalice coral is a hard coral, and for it to just expel a piece of tissue, hard tissue, and drop it on the sand bed, it's pretty interesting. I actually saw that, grabbed the little piece of tissue that it dropped, the colony dropped, glue it into a frag plug. I don't know what's going on with Frank today. I don't have a saw or anything to frag Chalice corals or anything like that. So yeah, it's so crazy. I did move the Chalice over here because one of the tanks was like picking at it. So corals, you guys probably know this already, they expel I'm gonna try to pronounce it, zooxanthellae. I think that's what it's called. It's basically like an algae that's inside the coral. They give the coral energy, it's what gives him the color. It's an algae, it's a live algae that grows inside of the coral. And sometimes the coral expel that and the fish actually eat it, at least my tanks do. That Chalice, even though some fish are reef safe, they will definitely pick at that zooxanthellae. Look at it, that came from that. So as you know, I have this coral here because one of my tanks was picking at it, and I'm gonna let it recover. So it's recovering quite good. Its colors are coming back. And it's right next to Mama's back. So I have this little frag here for a while now. It used to be half the size, and it's crossing pretty well. With that being said, I also fragged the contraband. See that's the mother colony right there. You can tell I trimmed the heck out of it. That mother colony will recover and will start branching off again. And these are all the frags that I got from it. And these are all super nice frags and healthy frags. I mean, I love the grafted contraband digitata. It's such a cool digi. I think it's one of the coolest, or if not the coolest digitata out there. So I got coral. So this torch coral is also drooping a head. You see it right there? It's drooping, and it's reminding, excuse me, Mr. Antheus, it's reminding me exactly of what the Chalice coral did. Eventually that thing is just gonna detach and and it's already looking like it's grabbing onto the rock there. That's pretty interesting, to be honest. I've never seen anything. And then the Acan is doing it too. Look, I mean, do you see that head on the bottom, on the base there, how it's like stretching? And it's like, and there's these little nubs on the base of the Acan are just kind of splitting. So enough of the baby business. I actually ended up getting my clownfish for my new nano 20-gallon tank that I set up. Unfortunately, the fish did not make it. We have bad weather right now, and it's been blowing for a few weeks now. These winter storms are coming in, and my package got delayed, I think, by 3 days. They only put one heat pack in there, so obviously I wasn't very optimistic. You know, it sucks. I should have known better. This time around, it's so bad to order livestock online, just because if it gets delayed basically like by 1 day, it's pretty much a done deal. I mean, packages are gonna sit outside in warehouses. They're not always temperature controlled. You know, I got my package at like 7:30 at night. That box was sitting in the delivery truck for hours. So what I did is I reached out to my local fish store, Fish Gallery in Athens, Georgia, and actually I'm gonna get it through them. I think that's just gonna be better. I like buying live goods from a local fish store. And quick tip, I didn't know this. If you communicate with your local fish store, and even if they don't have a fish that you want in stock, you can talk to the staff and ask, hey, I see that you don't have this particular fish or invert, whatever the case may be. Is there any way that you guys can get it in for me? And at least my local fishers say yeah. So I want to surprise myself. So yeah, it's gonna have to wait, and I'm maybe gonna do a 2-part video because I wanna also document and film when I go pick up the fish and introduce them into the tank. Not only to share with the internet and with you guys, but also just to have it as a keepsake, you know, as a little memory, knowing like, oh, and this day I remember I introduced the clownfish into the tank. Quick tip, I am probably gonna start with hermit crabs, and I'm not gonna mix it with snails just because the hermit crabs will potentially also go after the snails for their shells, and you know, just to eat them as well. Hermit crabs will probably eat anything. My experience with hermit crabs is like, as long as you keep or have homes for them, shells where they can swap, because as snails will grow their shells, right? They'll consume the calcium and grow their shells. Snails don't move from shell to shell. Hermit crabs, once they outgrow their shells, they'll find a bigger shell to move into. And if there's no shells to move into, they'll make it happen. So right there, there's different sizes. This is a little bigger one over here. Now I bought these in Amazon. You know, you can just find them in Amazon. You can put shells, you know, and ooh, I dropped some. That way your hermit crabs will have plenty of shells and new home to move into as they grow. And I think also just adding these shells sprinkled around the tank, it actually makes it look natural. So I put the little seashells in there, and I like the look of it. It looks super like more natural. So it's been a few days, and I'm unfortunately still waiting for my clownfish to ship in. Like I mentioned before, I'm getting them through my local fish store. It is taking a little while because I'm waiting for a specific type of clown, and I want him as a pair. You know, I just gotta be a little patient. But I did want to give an update on what's going on with my LPS. What's going on with like how they're looking at right now, because, all right, I don't know if you can see it. That little string, that's in the middle. There's like a little circle there. That's the mouth of the head. That it's just like, there it is right there. See how it still like has a little fleshy string? I just don't get it. I've never seen, I mean, I've lost heads on torches before, but what happens is the flesh is, you know, goes away and the skeleton is exposed, and there you go. But this is like dropping this little melted head. It's so weird. I love this acan, by the way. I always get sidetracked because this acan is actually my absolute favorite of them all, and the colors on this guy are so amazing. I love this Avatar Chalice. I think it looks doesn't it look like out of this world? Doesn't it look like something from like outer space or Alien? Yeah, I think it's so big. And yeah, this is, a lot of people think that this is some sort of anemone. No, this is just a Duncan colony. It's just super, super big. And yeah, I love this guy too. He is so beautiful. Here is the other side of the acan. I think it's just so awesome. Also, this is a Holy Grail Micro Musa, and wow, I love the colors on this guy. So here we are a few days later, and I think it's a baby. I think I'm a father of a new torch. I guess I have to be the father. But yeah, check this out. It's pretty cool. There's the torch. As you can see, the little hanging head is gone. Behind that torch, if you guys can see it, that's another baby torch that grew from an egg. So where did it go? There it is. It's literally behind this big chalice. Look at that. It's a little baby. Oh my God. That's so cool. But, you know, it's not really getting a lot of light in there. It's like that spot is all shaded. So I might just kind of like grab him with like some rubber tongs and just kind of plop him around there next to its mother. Alrighty, so there he is, right there. So I just picked him up from that little corner there and move him up there. Now he's just laying there. It's literally like a head, it's hard skeleton. And obviously the polyp is retracted a little bit because I did pick it up and I was like messing with it. So like I said, it's just laying there, so I hope that it'll just attach itself to the rock and just grow a new torch. So this chalice over here is recovering so well. It's getting all its color back. It's nice and bright. I love that chalice. I got it from a little frag, and now it's a big like baseball. The tang was picking at it. It was like basically stressing it out. That way it releases zooxanthellae, and the tang was eating the zooxanthellae. It kind of figured out that, hey, if I mess with this coral, it'll spew out algae, and I'll eat that algae. So even if tangs are reef safe, you know, they're like puppies. You know, they see something and they learn. Like fish are very smart. This tang actually figured out, if I mess with this specific coral and stress it out, if I just bite and pick at it all day long, it's gonna release algae. And I guess I don't know how it came up, how it found that out. I'm assuming he was pecking one day and then he just kind of figured it out. But it's the only coral, though, at least that he used to be picking at. But pretty interesting. The marine biology is so interesting. I do want to make a note that not only I've had like my baby torches that I have all over the tank, and I have a video on it. They came from a torch that spawned eggs, and I'll probably post a video here again since it's been a few months since I showcased it. That's another way that torches do reproduce. When I saw that, few months later, they started popping all over the tank. Let's look at those baby torches actually real quick. So next to the big green torch, you can see like a little baby torch growing underneath it on the side there. It's actually in between the mother and the new baby that dropped. So that's a baby torch that's growing on the rock right there. That's the biggest one. That's the firstborn, and it's just very. I also found another one over here. Whoa, that's my Zoa garden. Where is it? Oh, they're right there. Yeah, it's just growing there. That's a torch coral, guys. I know, that's a torch. That's crazy, isn't it? And then I found another one. I don't think I showed this one in my last video. So that's a Space Invader chalice. If you can see, I don't know if the camera can pick it up on it. You see those little tentacles kind of like growing underneath it? That's a torch coral growing, guys. I know. See how it's wiggling? That's a baby torch. Same color and everything. Alrighty, I think that's it for today. I have a snowstorm coming here now, and I closed my business earlier today. I think we're closing in the next few hours. You know, I'm not gonna risk my employee safety, you know. So stay safe out there. I think Georgia's under the state of emergency too. You know, just pretty crazy. But just quick note here, I am using this product over here. It's Dr. Tim's Waste Away. And they have it on liquid form. This bacteria has, it consumes nitrates and phosphates. It breaks down organics and waste, fights algae, cyano, and slime. And it's 100% natural. This is actually just bacteria. I gotta say, I've been using it for like a week now. You just put this into a high flow place in the sump. I have it in the sump where I usually put the carbon. And my skimmer just started skimming really, really gunky stuff. I was like, wow. So you can definitely tell. And the rockwork looks cleaner. The detritus, I had like dinos that are gone. So, in my frac tank especially. I mean, you saw how clean my frac tank, hey Frank, we missed you. Oh my God. So my frac tank, I don't know who the Frank is. Like I keep saying Frank. I don't know anybody that's named Frank. You know, keeping these racks and everything is not easy, but as you can see, this frac tank is sparkly clean. So anyway, guys, thank you guys for watching. And yeah, I'll give you guys an update when I get my clownfish eventually. So I'm so excited. So anyways, see you guys. Peace. Happy reefing.